Hey. Oh man. It's been so long, I feel like.
Way too long.
It's been way too long. It's been too long.
Yes.
But we back, son. We back up in this piece, dog. Oh, for the people that didn't understand that, I said we are back up in this piece, dog. Okay. So, man, it was so if y'all don't know this, some of y'all that listen, y'all know this, but if y'all don't know this, I stay in the Phoenix area, and damn, today was a beautiful ass day.
Yes, it was.
So you know what that means. All the Instagram hoes was out today taking pictures for their Instagrams. You know what I'm saying? They got to get them likes up.
Right.
But we back. And you know what? I'm considering this a comeback because we've been off the grid for a little bit. You know, there's not too many comebacks that people will remember. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You have Tiger Woods. Right. He just had his major comeback. Mm-hmm. Taylor Swift is back on the market. Mm-hmm. And now you have the Life as I See It podcast. Right. Will be remembered for generations upon generations. Now hold on real quick. I gotta say this because this is a comeback. I gotta say this. I have some sad news. Cosign Kev is no longer with us. You know, rest his soul. No, it's not bad. No, I'm just kidding. No, we just changed his name up. So he is now going to be my co-host, Quiet Kev. All right. Yeah. Now, I had to roll with this because it was on my mind. All right. Yeah. Kevin is always been a quiet individual, always, and when he talks, you know, he's generally speaks quieter. I'm the loud motherfucker. Think of me like the angry translator for him.
Luther, right?
Yeah, Luther, the angry translator. If you don't know who that is, go look up the Key and Peele skit, Angry Translator, Luther and Obama. It's just ridiculous. So, I don't know. I just decided that it was a good time to change the name for him, just something that was more fitting for him. So that's what we did. There's a Cosign Kev is dead. Right. All right, dead, gone, dead and gone. Just like Justin Timberlake said, dead and gone. Right. And we got Quiet Kev is in the building now. Yep. Although he is a little chit chatty today. So man, I've been gone off the grid, so to speak, with the podcast. But man, there has been so much shit going on in society. And don't worry, I've been looking. I've been peeping game. I've been watching, and there has been some crazy ass shit going on out there in the world. Big thing that's going on, everybody's talking about it, fucking Avengers. Yeah. All right, of course. We got to talk about the Avengers.
I still got to see it.
I will say this, though. There will be no spoilers. I'm just warning y'all now. Before y'all even get freaked out, there will be absolutely zero spoilers for that movie on this podcast. Mainly because neither one of us has seen it.
Right.
But you know what? Even if I did see it on some real shit, even if I did see it, I wouldn't ruin the ending for somebody, right? Or ruin the movie for somebody. I never understood why that's like a thing to me.
Yeah.
Like, why is that cool with you? Like, all you're doing is being a negative dick. Mm-hmm. Like, that's all. That's the only outcome to that, is that you just ruin somebody's experience. Right. Of something that they may have wanted to experience on their own. Mm-hmm. There's nothing positive that comes out of that. Yeah. So for me, I feel like if you are out there and you're one of those people that likes to spoil movies and spoil things for people, like TV shows and endings to movies and all of that shit, you're an asshole. You're a dick.
Somebody did that to me once.
It's an asshole move. Yeah. Like, I just don't understand it. Like, if you got to enjoy it, why can't you let somebody else fucking enjoy it? Yeah. Fucking dick. Oh, sorry. Let me calm down. So, the Avengers came out, man, broke all kinds of records. Ridiculous.
I know it was.
We all did, but I didn't know it was going to do this much. They did over $1 billion within the first 5 days. Mm-hmm. But oddly enough, though, most of that money came from overseas. Right. They made over $800 million overseas, and $350 million of that was in the United States. Right. Or I'm sorry, it was over $800 million just outside of the U.S. The U.S. alone was 350 million, a little over 350 million.
Right.
Now, that doesn't sound like a lot in retrospect, but it actually is huge for an opening movie because the last movie that did that much in the opening weekend was Infinity War, of course.
Right.
And that actually did only 250. So this movie did $100 million more in the same amount of time.
Right.
So kudos to Avengers. I just got to say that every single last one of you motherfuckers are getting a check for life. Congratulations.
Yep.
Now, of course, with that being said, of course, with the Avengers and how big it is, of course, there's a lot of bullshit that's going down with that.
Oh, yeah.
And, oh, man, I'm going to tell you some of the shit that's been going down with Marvel. I'm going to tell you. So, one of the things that happened, a Domino's employee ended up beating someone up because they ruined the ending for Endgame. Like, legit, like, whooped their ass. Like,
wow.
So, hold on real quick. I got to see this shit. Because, it was, like, ridiculous when I saw it. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, he straight pieced dude up for this. Okay. So, this is what happened. So, they said they was working, and they was working on Sunday, and they said the workers spoiled the ending for him, and they said that it seems kind of insane to him, but they said no one at Domino's wanted to talk to them when the situation they tried to so the guy that beat this person up, his name was Surface. Like Like, wow. I don't even know where you
Is that your real name?
Yeah, that's his real name. Like, I don't know where they got that from.
Your parents smoking one in there.
Yeah, I don't know. But obviously his anger came to the surface because he whooped his ass. So that was pretty much what it was. Like, the dude it was a night shift. And the dude gave him he spoiled the movie for him, and he hauled off and started whooping his ass. So,
should have kept his mouth closed.
Yeah, basically, he should have kept his damn mouth closed. Again, it goes, and you know what? I don't even feel bad for the dude that got his ass whooped. Yeah. I feel like that's what you get. You ruin shit for people, and this is the kind of shit that's gonna happen to you. So, I mean, hey,
two-piece with a biscuit.
You said what?
Two-piece with a biscuit.
No, with breadsticks. I said it was at Domino's.
Whatever.
So, in other Avengers-related fucking news, I found this to be very interesting. Look, I'm gonna just say this. Y'all are some horny motherfuckers out there. Seriously, America is so fucking horny, it's ridiculous. And what I find even more hilarious about these, like, when I find these articles about these, like, porn stats and all this stuff, I find it so hilarious that when, like, say shit like when Janet Jackson's nipple slipped, which she had a pasty on, by the way, America lost their mind. Like, they literally lost their mind. Like, they had never seen a titty before. Like, oh my God, like we're a Christian nation. It's like, but do you realize that the United States is the biggest consumer of adult industry, like, of porn? Right. America is like the biggest consumer of porn. And it shows, like, literally, how many times have we had stats on here about porn? Literally almost every episode. Right. And so, like, back to the Avengers thing. So because Avengers, was coming out Endgame, I don't know why people equate things that they like and want to see, like, a porn version of it. But that's what they did. So everybody loves the Avengers Endgame. So apparently they said that when... So when the Avengers was coming out, they said that Endgame, the search for Endgame... Okay, I'm sorry. Let me start from the beginning. I'm a little rusty. I've been off this mic for a little bit. But anyway, so Infinity War. Let's just start there. So when Infinity War came out, Pornhub saw a 356%. I'm going to say that again. 356% spike in Avengers-related searches. Wow. That was for Infinity War. Endgame is starting to come out. Well, it did come out, but right before it was starting to come out when all the hype was building up, they said that Endgame's number was 7 times that percentage. Wow. 7 fucking times 356%.
That's crazy.
That's how bad people wanted to see. Oh, so let me see. It says in 1 week of April alone, this was in April, the Avengers searches saw a 2,912% increase. That is not, I'm not lying. It's literally 4 digits. 2,912% increase in searches. Wow. That was just in April for Avengers-related porn. Now, I love Pornhub because Pornhub is the one that provides, like, all this, like, stuff, right? all these stats. And so, like, you know, just so y'all know, for the record, Pornhub is watching y'all searches. So everything that y'all doing, they like keeping all these numbers and then they give stats out. So just so you know, some of y'all may be included in this. So hey, you know what? Do you, boo boo? If that's what you want to see Avengers fucking each other, hey, all good. So they even made a list. They have a top 5 list of the characters that were being searched that people wanted to look for in porn. Wow. So the character, number 5 was Captain America. Number 4 was the Hulk. Apparently people want to see a big ass green dude with a big ass green dick fucking somebody. Wow. I don't know why that's a thing, but it is. Spider-Man was number 3.
Spider-Man?
Yes, like Spider-Man. Now, mind you, people, when I'm talking about these characters, I'm not talking about that these people want to see like these particular people that play these characters in porn. They want to see the actual characters in porn. So people want to see, somebody wants to see Spider-Man in like costume fucking somebody. Okay, like I said, to each their own. Not my thing, but hey, do you, boo boo. Number 2, of course, was Black Widow. But you would think she was number 1, right? Because she's like one of the very few females in the whole like MCU universe that they have put out and focused on. But of course, number 1 went to Captain Marvel, which I'm sure that's because she's the newest woman to come out. I guarantee you, if they would have did this shit when Infinity War came out, Black Widow would have been number 1. So with that being said, y'all nasty. So I hope that y'all found some good Avengers porn. I will say this, just because I'm a curious individual. If you do find some good Avengers porn, hey, shoot me a link. And speaking of porn, so this man, do you know this man is suing his parents for allegedly throwing away his porn collection?
What?
I wish I was lying, bruh. A man is suing his parents for throwing away his, and now get this is the big catch to it. Apparently his whole adult film collection was worth $29,000. Like, it was supposed to be worth $29K.
Wow.
In what world is porn that much? Like, how much porn do you own?
Yes.
$29,000?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
That's crazy.
He's literally got a car's worth of porn, like a brand new car. You can go buy a brand new car with that, and a decent one too. You know, if you middle class, I guess. I don't know what y'all consider decent cars. Maybe I don't know, whatever. So, anyways, this is what the story is, right? And so the dude is apparently suing his parents for the porn collection. So basically what happened is he moved in with his parents. This is in Michigan, by the way. So he moved in with his parents back in October.
Like Florida or some shit.
No, it's not Florida this time. It is in Michigan, so I mean, they got Detroit, so there's that. Say, hey, if some of y'all from Detroit, sorry. So he moved in with his parents while he was going through a divorce. This was back in 2016, like October 2016. So he said that he brought all his possessions with him, including his porn stash. So he then, after a while, like the following year, he moved to Indiana, but he left his porn collection behind. Now get this is when the story gets funny. So his parents mailed him all of his belongings to Indiana, with the exception of the videos. And the dude wrote it down when he found out he didn't have his porn. He wrote his parents a strongly worded email, they said, accusing them of being vindictive and intruding into his personal life. This is a quote from what he wrote. If you had a problem with my belongings, you should have stated that at the time, and I would have gone elsewhere. The email read. He said, instead, quote unquote, instead you kept quiet and behaved vindictively. First of all, bruh, it's porn. Relax. Like, you can like pull that shit up on that same device that you make phone calls with now, right? Like, literally, you're okay. But like, he got mad at his parents. Now, if I was his daddy, first of all, I would have, this is how I know there's gotta be a white family. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it, because ain't no black person finna talk to their parents like that. No. They would have been like, who the fuck is you talking to, bro? Right? Like, oh, hell no. They would have reached through that fucking computer and strangled your ass right then and there. So that wouldn't even have been a discussion. First of all, bitch, and here's my other thing. why is you bringing your porn collection to your parents' house anyway? And then when you left, why wouldn't you take it?
Yeah.
That's my thing, is like, if that was that important to you, obviously it seems like these are important items to you.
Right.
And it's kind of something that you want to keep private and keep to yourself. Like he said, it was my stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was my personal life and belongings.
Right.
Well, then why the fuck didn't you take it with you then? You wasn't gonna jack off the whole time you was moving? I'm sure with that much porn, I'm sure you jacking off all the time. So I don't understand like why you couldn't use your strong hand, grab all your porn and bring it to your new place.
Oh my god.
So you can't even be mad like if your parents, like, and that's my other thing. His parents didn't go through his shit. You left it, and they had to send you your stuff. So naturally, they gotta know what they're sending. Like they gotta look through everything and make sure, like, is this our stuff or your stuff? And I don't know, maybe some of y'all disagree with me. I just feel like they didn't do anything wrong. He made it seem like they were snooping around like in his room and shit. That's your parents' house, first off. You a grown-ass man and you was living there. So you automatically, I don't care what nobody say, you under your parents' rules. Your parents can go in that room and they can look at anything they fucking want to. You don't like it, move the fuck out. Just like you did. But you left your damn porn collection behind and you mad? Like, for real. Now, here's the part we don't know. And this is why his parents did it. So his father wrote back to him saying that he had gotten rid of his collection for his own good. He said, believe it or not, this is a quote from the father. Believe it or not, one reason why I destroyed your porn was for your own emotional health. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the mom that wrote this. She said, I would have done the same if I had found a kilo of crack cocaine. I mean, they're being parents. They're looking out for their son. They obviously know that he has a problem with this. Obviously, because we don't have the backstory, but we kind of get in some of the backstory. His parents obviously know that he's had a problem with this. And so then his mother told the police that she and his father had asked their son not to bring any of his pornography into their house before he moved in because they knew he had issues with it. So they told you.
Maybe that's why he was getting divorced.
Honestly, that probably is. That's usually what it is. But here's my, and especially you see how upset he is about it. So obviously this shit means this is near and dear to his heart. But his parents know that he has a problem. And they told his ass not to bring the shit. So that's your fault, dude. That's your fucking fault. And I don't feel bad. I mean, I didn't really feel bad for you in the first place. But even more so, I'm with the parents. You brought some shit to their house that they told you not to bring, specifically told you not to bring. You left it when you left, and then you mad because they tossed it? Nigga, you set yourself up.
Really? Pretty much.
You really set yourself up. So the man attempted to call the police on his parents, but the authorities declined to press charges. So even the cops didn't give a fuck. They was like, come on, bro. They're like, bruh, come on,
man. It's a stupid case, man.
Oh, so then he went further than that. He reached out to investigators, allegedly sending one officer 44 emails worth of movies that he says were destroyed by his parents. He listed all of them as valuable out-of-print films. My thing is, I did not know.
This dude got so much detail to this shit.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, this, you got special edition porn? Like, and what? This is the thing.
I gotta say this might.
Right, like I'm trying to understand what kind of porn.
They no fucking baseball card. But.
Yeah, like what kind of porn do you have that's so special like that? Like I just don't understand. And for the fact that it costs that much, like what you got, Marilyn Monroe sex tape?
Right.
Like that's the only thing I could think of is if you got like sex tapes of like John F. Kennedy, fucking Marilyn Monroe or something, like some shit like that, or like Playboy Mansion videos that were never released to the public, like that kind of shit. I can see you saying, you know, hey, that's just valuable. You can't get it nowhere. But still, come on now. You took it to your parents' house where they specifically told you not to bring it.
Right.
So you set yourself up for failure. Speaking of that Playboy thing, actually, this just hit me right now. So I'm going to do a small caveat. Do you know, apparently they said that, what was the Playboy Mansion dude's name? Yeah, Hugh Hefner. I forgot that man's name. So Hugh Hefner, apparently they said that before he died, he had a shit ton of videos like that he had recorded from the Playboy Mansion parties over the years. And apparently these videos have major celebrities and major players, you know, just big name people all in these videos.
I think I heard about this.
Doing shady, they were having fun. Let's just say they were having a lot of fun. Apparently though, he paid somebody to put all these videos into a vault and take them out to like the middle of the ocean and like dump the safe into the fucking middle of the ocean.
Wow, that's crazy.
Just so people would not be able to access these. Like, there's no way that anybody could like slip up and say, "Oh, I found them by chance and I decided to put them all online." So I gotta say, props to Hugh Hefner for that, because he probably saved a lot of people's asses. A lot of people's asses for doing that. That's the real MVP.
Right.
Like, no, I'm just joking.
Dude, the Bret Hart clap.
Yeah, so I don't know. This is a quick little caveat, but yeah, that supposedly is a thing. So there's a safe full of documented Playboy Mansion parties and all the activities included in that, apparently somewhere in the middle of the ocean. I think it's in the Atlantic.
Is it?
Yeah, so if y'all want to go find it, go ahead. Let me know if you do, though, please.
This is crazy.
So he says that, so he's seeking, back to the story, the man is seeking $86,822, and he says that that's for damages and attorney fees. So he actually got an attorney for this situation.
The attorney actually took this case?
Come on now, man. It's a lawyer. Lawyers will take any case that they think that they can win. Like, on some real shit.
Yeah.
So earlier, I had mentioned Taylor Swift. And Taylor Swift has a problem.
Swiftie.
Yeah, so Taylor Swift came back. So first things first, let me just get this out the way, because I know everybody's been talking about this. So she made her big comeback on the Billboard Music Awards with her new song, Me! ! That's the name of the song. And it's not a bad song. It's typical Taylor Swift pop music. Makes you feel good all inside, you know, woozy, warm and mud fuzzies and all that good shit. So she came out with this and she performed at the Billboard Music Awards, opened the show. Everybody said that, oh, look at Taylor Swift stealing Beyonce swag, because apparently at Coachella, Beyonce had a very similar setup. I will say that Taylor Swift's setup was very similar. But here's my thing. One of the things that people was pointing out, and I agree with this, is that Beyonce wasn't the first person to use a marching band in her performance. Because that's what everybody was harping on. Beyonce, when she did Coachella last year, she had a big band, like a marching band that was playing all her music, and they were all coordinated in outfits and all the other shit. They was doing choreography. Apparently, Taylor Swift's performance at the Billboard Music Awards this last week had the same setup. Like, she had a very similar setup. She had a marching band all like outfitted out, and they was doing choreography throughout the performance and all this other stuff. Again, I don't think that Taylor Swift was intentionally trying to... Can we just stop comparing these artists together, please? Like, on the real, I feel like some of these fans, these super fans, they make beefs between these artists. Like, they try to make something between these artists. They pit these artists against each other. It's like, stop doing that. Let these people just do what they fucking do. Words, like, honestly, newsflash. Like I told y'all before, there's nothing new under the sun.
Right.
You think Beyonce is the only person that had a marching band in her performance?
Fuck no.
Hell no. Like, why is there, like, I get it. I know that it's Beyonce. So whenever Beyonce does something, it's like Apple. When Beyonce does it, everybody cares about it. Everybody before them, there could have been a ton of people that did it before them, but once Beyonce does it, it's like her thing now.
Right.
The same thing with Apple. Like, Apple will come out with a new feature on a phone. It's like FaceTime. And like everybody will be like, oh, well, you know that's not new. Android's been doing that for years. Yeah, but nobody cared until Apple did it. Right. Like, now, before Android folks get mad at me, look, I'm not hating on Android. I'm just being honest. I'm just telling you what society... This is how society works. Like, honestly, most people don't care about these features until Apple does it. When Apple does it, like the face recognition thing. Yeah. When the face recognition thing came out on the iPhone, everybody was like, oh, Face ID. Well, y'all know that Android, Samsung phones been doing that for years. Okay, but nobody cared until Apple did it. Right. Now it's a thing. Sorry about it. I don't know what to tell you. Like, but again, like, hey, that's just from what I see. It seems like society seems to care more about these features when Apple does it, or at least it sparks the most debates, the most talked about features or whatever. I got so off track though. So Taylor Swift, she's got a problem with a stalker. This man, so she has a house, an apartment in New York. Yeah. Oh, this is not, she's got a few stalkers. This is just one of them that got caught. See, this is why being this is why being a celebrity kind of like, I don't know how y'all do it. Cause I couldn't, I'd have shot his ass. But anyway, so this is what killed me though. She has an apartment in New York City. The city don't sleep, right? Mm-hmm. This man used a ladder to climb up to the back of her building, and then he used a concrete block to smash through her glass door, and he left a computer tower near the door. How the hell did you do all that and nobody knew anything? Nobody saw you, nobody heard anything, nothing. Where's her security at? Generally, when these celebrities live in these places,
they have security.
Right, they live in a community that's gated, or it's like you can't even get in unless you talk to somebody first, and you gotta like give your ID and all this other shit. And so I guess just last month, the dude was sentenced to 6 months in jail as part of his plea deal for breaking into the same home back in April.
Come on, man.
Yeah, but this is the same home he broke into the house before. This is the second time.
Dude, lock this dude up forever. If that girl get hurt, it's y'all fault.
Oh, it gets better. They said that when the cops found the dude, he was asleep in Taylor Swift's bed. He had also used her shower. So he just made himself at home. Like, he just legit made himself at home. And so,
this fucking guy.
They said that Taylor Swift revealed that she carries quick clot army grade bandage dressings in case if she has an attack. So she has to carry,
What the hell is that?
It's a quick clot army grade bandage dressings. Like, it's like gauze, but it's basically like a bandage that will clean up bloody mess, like if you get stabbed or something like that. Taylor Swift has a restraining order, on this dude, on another dude. So she has another dude that he was sending her threatening letters for 2 years. And in one letter, he told her that he wanted to rape her and added that she was his soulmate. Yeah. So Taylor's got problems.
Put these niggas down to the jail, please.
Yeah, I guess they say more money, more problems. I feel like no matter how big you are, and I know most people will be like, oh, well, she's a celebrity, that kind of shit happens. Like, that's just kind of fucked up. They're still people.
Right?
At the end of the day, celebrities are still people. Y'all, I mean, nobody likes
somebody busting your home and...
Right, and I feel like we just brush it off like it's so nonchalant. Like, yeah, I get it. They rich, and, we don't care about rich people's problems. Like, I get it. But, I just feel like people just need to have a little bit more respect towards celebrities. Like, I know the celebrities can be dicks. I'm not talking about them. Right. I'm talking about the ones that don't fuck with nobody. That's actually like legit. Like they're not assholes. Right. Now, there's another thing that I almost forgot to mention, and I should have mentioned this at the beginning of the show, but there was a few things that happened. There was a few people that passed away between the time that we last recorded until now. So rest in peace. I'm not gonna rehash everything because y'all know all about it at this point. So rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. I'm sure y'all heard about that, or you don't. I don't know what to tell you. He was a rapper from the West Coast, mainly underground, but still relevant enough that he knew a lot of people that was mainstream. He was hanging out with a lot of mainstream people, even like Jay-Z and things like that. So even though he wasn't mainstream, he was very well known. At least in the hip hop community, he was starting to cross over into mainstream, and more people were starting to know his name. So rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. John Singleton.
Yes.
Rest in peace to John Singleton. If you don't know who that is, that's the director of Boys in the Hood, Poetic Justice. He did so many, especially in the 90s. A lot of the 90s, like black 90s movies that are iconic to this day that people still watch and know and that tell great stories. That was John Singleton. He was actually the first black director to be nominated for an Oscar, I believe, in the 90s for one of those movies. I forgot which one. I want to say it's Boys in the Hood. But if you want to know anything that he's done recently, because he was still doing stuff recently, he was directing that show called Snowfall. And that was on FX, right?
Right.
So there's a show on FX called Snowfall. And
it's a good show.
Yeah, and I still need to watch that. But yeah, apparently that show was really good, and he was actually directing that too. Here's the kicker, though, that I found out about that situation. So, of course, they were looking for his will. Now, he passed away. They said that his will, he leaves his whole estate to his firstborn child. This man got 6 kids, bro. Wow. You want to know why he left all his shit to that firstborn child? Because the last time he updated his will was in like 1995.
Wow.
So because of that, they're gonna go off of that. Even though he has 6 other kids that should probably be taken care of, he didn't have 6 kids when he wrote that will. He had only the one child, and he wrote his will including that child, and then he just never went and updated it ever again. And then he ended up passing away. So now the law is going to go off of that. So of course, the family's gonna come out of the woodwork and try to figure out, like, but they said though, by law though, the children may still be entitled to something because they are his children. Even though the will was made and it was like set in stone kind of thing, the law is saying that because they are his blood children, that there's still a possibility he could, you know, get into that, or that he can get something. So I wonder how that all works. But yeah, so just keep in mind, people, keep your wills updated. You never know when you're gonna go, and you want to make sure your folks is taken care of. So that's another thing. Somebody else who died, which may not be as known, which I kind of found very interesting because I stumbled upon this story by accident. I did not see it on social media plastered all over the place. I mean, I did find an article on social media, but it wasn't like everybody was talking about it and it was plastered. You know what I'm talking about, like viral kind of thing. So the man that gave us Ren and Stimpy and Powerpuff Girls has died.
Wow.
Now, I feel like this should have been a way bigger fucking story. Ren and Stimpy and the Powerpuff Girls, like, those are like iconic cartoons. Like, anybody that lived in the 90s, that watched cartoons, that was young in the 90s, knows about these shows. But here's the thing, it gets even better. He didn't just do Ren and Stimpy and Powerpuff Girls. He did a lot of shit that we actually have watched as kids and know and love. Like, he did Benny and Cecil. He did Tiny Toon Adventures. He also did Dexter's Laboratory. He did Chowder Regular Show, SpongeBob SquarePants, and he even did some work on The Simpsons. So, I mean, this dude is, I feel like this is a major player. I feel like this is a story that should have definitely gotten more action. They said he also recently helped with Hotel Transylvania 3, the Lego Ninjago movie, the Lego Batman movie, and the SpongeBob movie that they did. And then he was also the production artist on Storks, and he also was a artist for Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, and he designed the characters for Megamind and Monsters vs. Aliens. Wow. Tell me that's not quite a roster of shit.
Yes.
All those movies, pretty much all those movies and TV shows, I know. I may not have seen them all, but I know about them. And if you have kids, y'all have heard of these shows. So the fact that this man was not talked about more, I feel like that's sad. But his name is Chris Riccardi, and he died at the age of 54, pretty young. But apparently they didn't really say, the article didn't really say how he died, but they did say that he died doing what he loved, and apparently he loved to surf.
Oh, shit.
So I don't know what exactly happened with that. I think while I was looking at some other shit trying to figure out how he died, I came across something that said that he was surfing and had a heart attack.
Holy crap.
I don't know how true that is. I don't know. Like I said, it was just something that somebody had said. I don't know how true that is. But regardless of that, the man died. So that's rest in peace to all those people. Yeah, rest in peace to all those people. Also, I failed to mention too that this is our 10th episode. We made it to 10 episodes. Took us a while. I didn't even realize this. Our last episode was episode 9. So this is kind of a dope, like, kind of landmark. I feel like this is a good way to kind of come back, you know, get a feel for y'all, you know, talk to y'all again. If y'all don't like this show, like I said, I'm sorry, I'm a little rusty. I will get back to where I'm supposed to be, but y'all don't even know. I'm so glad that this is not, that we're not doing video podcast just yet, because I look like, I look like Childish Gambino, like the store brand version. Don't get it twisted, y'all. Just because I'm back on the mic, I'm still I'm still healing. I had a knee surgery, in case anybody is wondering. I had a knee surgery, so anybody knows anything about knee surgeries that have had them, you know they take a while and they hurt like a bitch. So yes, I'm still
there
nursing.
There were a lot of clients that had those injuries.
Yeah, so I am still doing the recovery thing. I'm still nursing this wound as we speak right now. Like I got my leg hiked up, I'm in a brace and all that stuff. I kind of feel like Kanye on Through the Wire. You know what I'm saying? Except for like my mouth ain't wired together. I could do that though. You know what I'm saying? If I need to. Boost for breakfast and show for dessert. So like I said, but at the same time, I've been watching a lot of the stuff that's been going on out there in the world. Oh, remember I was telling you about this. So there was a man, so I'm pretty sure some of y'all use these delivery services, these food delivery services. You got DoorDash, you got Uber Eats, you got, I mean, you just got all kinds of, you know, different shit going on with that. So apparently there was a guy who worked for DoorDash who decided that it was a good fucking idea to sip on this man's drink before he delivered it.
What?
Yes, the man was caught, and I'm gonna tell you how he got caught. Hold on one second. I'm gonna tell you how this man got caught. This is some real shit. Like, I was like, the audacity of you, though. Wow. Like, you really don't care about nothing. Like,
that's why I won't buy drinks no more, though.
Yeah, so that's why I won't buy drinks anymore. But here's my thing, though. If you got but here's common sense, though. If you got your drink from DoorDash at the door and the straw was already in it,
yeah,
wouldn't you question that shit automatically?
Yes.
Exactly. So I don't know how they missed this. Now, this is how the man got, so this is it says the door, he got caught by the doorbell camera. Because, you know, everybody's getting these rings now and all these other stuff. So they said that the doorbell camera captured the delivery man from DoorDash. He was sipping on the person's milkshake that he was supposed to deliver. He was literally sipping on this person's drink before, like, right at the door.
Wow.
Like the boldness of you.
He's like, I'm gonna sip on this real quick.
Right, like you already being an asshole, like by drinking that shit, but you couldn't even have the decency to drink it, like sip on it in your car or on the way. Like you gonna sip on it right before they open the door? So this is what makes it worse. So it was a 14-year-old boy who had ordered the milkshake from Cold Stone. And so when the delivery came, they said what the delivery man didn't know, obviously, is that he was being recorded by the doorbell camera. Right. And so the man's dad, the kid's dad, said that he didn't see the footage at the moment, and he ended up drinking the Oreo milkshake.
Oh, ew.
I'm sorry, the 14-year-old ended up drinking the milkshake because obviously, even though the camera was on, they weren't watching it at the time. Yeah. But it is recording, right? So the dad was looking at something else the following day on the video camera. He was just trying to look through some footage for something else. And while he was doing that, he saw the delivery man at the door sipping on the drink. So he said that, I looked at it and he said, hey, the guy who delivered the food was sipping out of my son's Cold Stone. This is his quote. He said, I thought, whoa, that's crazy. He's like, how can someone jeopardize a product like that, especially food? I mean, hey, they don't do background checks. Do they do background checks for DoorDash?
Not that I know of.
I don't know. But, I mean, at the end of the day, that's not even something you could even really do a background check on.
Yes.
Like, you don't know who these people are that are bringing your food. We just like the convenience of it.
Right.
But they said that they just, they said that they weren't really, obviously they were disgusted by it. Mm-hmm. But they said, oh, they just need proper training and then an apology. Hey, what you did was wrong and we want to make sure he doesn't do that to other people. So yeah, there's DoorDash in a nutshell. So hey, y'all might want to beware of some of these food delivery services. This is your public service announcement. Yes. Check your shit. I will say this, the times that I have ordered from these food delivery services, generally they bring it with some kind of like sticker or tag or something that closes the bag or seals it so that you know that it was sealed the whole time. Right. So just think about that.
Wingstop.
Yeah, Wingstop is one of them. But just check your shit, man. Just check your shit, because you never know. Excuse me. And I didn't even know that you could just order just like a milkshake from Cold Stone. Like you can just order. I mean, I know that this delivery service shit is like a thing, but yeah. So in other fucked up news, and this sounds like a Florida story too. This is in Texas, actually. Now get this.
It's out of Florida, Texas, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what happened. So just listen to this headline. So Texas woman beat up her husband because he stayed quiet when she asked him if she was pretty. So, of course, naturally, I read that and I said, I have to read the rest. I was like, I gotta know what's going on with this whole situation. Okay, so this is what they said happened. So they said the police were dispatched. The lady was only 20 years old. They were dispatched to their home, and the police told she told the police that her husband had assaulted her and attempted to strangle her. So that was her story. He says that he stated that him and her were at the movies, and when she asked him if she looked pretty, her husband told police that he did not respond to her question because he could not hear her. And that's what got her to get upset. In order to, but here's the thing though. So he didn't hear her, which is typical man problem. Now I know every woman listening to this right now is probably like, his ass should have been listening. That's what every woman is thinking right now. You should open your damn ears up. You wouldn't have got pieced up.
What else?
I don't know how true the story is. I don't know if he was just ignoring her off GP or if he was just like, I'm not answering that question, or if he literally just didn't hear her. Who knows? He is a man. He probably just didn't honestly hear her. So, but here's the thing though. He saw that she was getting mad, right? So in order to not cause a scene in public, he decided they were gonna go home, but they couldn't even get back to the house because the girl started acting up and she was hitting him several times in the car while he was driving.
Oh well, you're trying to kill yourself?
Like, she's so mad that she just fucked life. Like, she just forgot about life altogether.
Both of y'all gonna die.
Right, she like, I don't give a fuck if you die, I die, everybody dying right now. She was just rage. She was enraged. And then they said that the assault reportedly... You said what?
I said chill the fuck out.
Oh no, she was hot. She was hot. They said the assault repeatedly continued once the couple pulled up to their house, and the husband claims that she allegedly pushed and struck him. So they said that a relative tried to separate the couple, but the girl turned around and started beating their ass too.
Yeah, what else?
Bruh, she was really mad. Like, she really went into She-Hulk mode. Like, she got super mad. She was whooping his ass the whole time. Somebody tried to break it up, because you know you mad when you start fighting everybody. You know you really mad. Like, it's not even just, oh, I'm mad at this person. Like, you're mad at the world at that point. Like, I feel like that's what's going on.
Because he didn't say that. Really?
So they said after police got things sorted out, they arrested the girl and charged her with 2 counts of assault and family violence. Yeah, because she pieced up her fucking family. That's why, because they tried to come out and calm her crazy ass down, and
yeah, you can do that shit.
She wasn't having it. So I don't know. What do you think? You think that he actually hurt her, or you think he just didn't want to answer the question? I'm gonna show y'all the picture of the lady. I'm gonna have this up on the YouTube.
I think
version
you just didn't hear it, man. If you at the movies, you're not really paying attention to people. Like,
but I seen the mugshot, and there was a lot of people that was like, well, they say if you don't have nothing nice to say. I'm not gonna call it. That's none of my business. That ain't my girl. I don't have one, so I'm not even worried about it. That's on him. But hey, he got pieced up. But hey, she got charged, so all is good in the hood.
All because he didn't respond. Like,
well, to her, I will say this: she is Latina.
Okay.
So I'm not trying. They will piece you up. You piss them off, they gonna fuck you up. That's what I'm saying. Trust. Okay, I'm sure I got a couple of Hispanic descent friends that listen to this, and people that I know, and I'm sure that they could attest to the fact that if you piss off a Hispanic woman, you gon' probably end up getting pieced up like this dude.
Then should be getting pieced up by my family then.
I mean, hey, well then it's an all-out brawl then. But I'm just saying, well, you got to get there first. That's the thing. Remember, she almost killed him in the car.
Yeah, true.
So there's that whole thing. Spice Girls, remember them?
Yeah.
Everybody remembers the Spice Girls. They're iconic, right? Like, nobody's gonna like forget the Spice Girls. Well, apparently Scary Spice, you know who Scary Spice is?
No.
I'll make it easy for you. The black one. She was the only black girl in the group. So that's how I said.
I thought she had a different name.
No, her name was Scary Spice. I was like, they named the only black girl in the group Scary Spice.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah, so anyway, so the black girl, Mel B. If you don't know who she goes by Mel B mostly. Yeah. So you got Mel B AKA Scary Spice. Now there was another Spice Girl. She was Geri Halliwell, which she went by. What did she go by? I think she went by like Sporty Spice, or not Sporty Spice. That was the one that nobody wanted. I think it was like Baby Spice or some shit like that. I don't know. She was one of the spices, paprika. So she implied that she told Mel B, Scary Spice, she was doing an interview with Piers Morgan, and she told him that this is her quote. I'm gonna just read the quote. She's going to hate me for this because she's all posh in her country house and her husband. She said, but it's a fact that it just happened and we just giggled and that was that. Basically what she's talking about is she claims to have had a lesbian encounter with her. She claims they slept together at one point. Okay. Now, they're supposedly going, but the Spice Girls are getting back together for a reunion tour now. It's supposed to be, I don't know if they're coming to the US or not, but they're doing it in the UK, most of the reunion tour. But she did say this. She said it was a fun thing to do, and she said that. Now the thing is Mel B she's come out as being bisexual. So this isn't something that is like shocking for me at least. Yeah. What shocked me is that she messed around with another Spice Girl. So I didn't know that because people was probably dreaming about that, and then here you go, it actually did happen. But she did go on to say that it only happened one time, which I thought was pretty noble of her to say because. You know how people are. Sometimes when they say these kind of stories, they embellish or they try to make it more than what it was, or whatever. Or they try to make it seem like it was a continuing thing. Right. And it's like, no, she was upfront and she was like, hey, it was a one-time thing. It was fun. It happened and it's over now. So now here's the thing that I didn't like though, and this is not really even about the story. It's not about the sex part of it, but they're doing the tour. They're coming back together, but they're not gonna have Victoria Beckham. Not Posh Spice. Really? Well, as you know, Victoria Beckham is David Beckham's wife. I know. She's too good for the Spice Girls now. I guess. She's way too posh for that. So she won't be joining them on the tour, which honestly, it's not really that big of a deal because I don't think that bitch ever sang on any song anyway. Right? Like, she literally was in the background. Like, she was the two members that got dismissed from Destiny's Child. Right. That's what she was. Yeah. She was the person that you could, like, cut from the group and you wouldn't even know. Right. You'd be like, oh, the group still sounds the same. Yeah, because the bitch didn't do nothing. So, yeah. So, Spice Girl news and that. So, I was a huge Spice Girl fan. I ain't gonna lie. The shit was, they had good pop music. And this is back in the day when all of that shit was taken off. You had, all the pop stars and the boy bands and the Britneys and the Christina Aguilera's, the Mandy Moores. Remember Mandy Moore? Like, what the fuck happened to her? Oh, I saw her.
She's acting in the movies now. So.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She's an actress now. Good call. Because her music, after Candy, I don't know what she was going to do. Yeah. Y'all don't remember Candy? Y'all need to go look up Candy. That'll bring you back to the 90s real quick.
Oh, my God.
I'm missing you like candy.
Oh, my God.
People probably going to laugh at me for knowing that song. Yes, I know the damn song, okay? And don't ask me to do it at karaoke either.
Wow.
So remember we was talking about you know what? I'm not even gonna do that right now. Speaking of people that came out that's like, I'm just like, who are you? Because like I just told you Mandy Moore, right. She kind of came and went, but then she went into the acting thing. Oh, she's on the This Is Us show now, ain't she?
I think so.
Yeah, that show's doing great, so she's good. She's getting good. Remember Carly Rae Jepsen? Let me remind you, call me maybe. So here's my number, call me maybe. Yeah. The one hit wonder.
Oh yeah.
So she came out with that song and it was huge and it went viral and everything. Everybody loved it and then it like disappeared off the face of the planet. So did she. Apparently she's on tour and I'm like, why do people care? I saw somebody that I know was posting about Carly Rae Jepsen coming into town. They're like, oh, Carly Rae Jepsen's on tour. I'm so excited. And I'm like, for what?
Right.
For what? To hear that one song? What other song does she know? Sing it.
Right.
Sing it for me. I haven't seen that girl on the charts. I know she's come out with more music since then. Because I ain't gonna lie, I listen to it. I'm one of those people where New Music Friday comes. I've told y'all this before.
So
I go and
try
listen.
it out.
Yeah, I go and listen to it. And I know who Rae Jepsen is. So I was like, oh, she came back with more music. Let me check it out. It was trash. So, and it's not getting played on the radio. It's not a song that I haven't heard her on the radio, like just making music since that song. So I don't know why the fuck she's on tour. What are you singing? That one song?
That's what I'm saying.
That's a quick ass tour. So there's gonna be a bunch of openers until about midnight, and then she gonna come out and do that one song.
Pretty much.
That's what I feel like is gonna happen.
That's all you got.
So yeah, I if y'all know, I don't know who Rae Jepsen. Well, I know who Rae Jepsen is. Sorry, I do know who she is, but I just don't know why we care. So, with that being said, so one of the other things that I wanted to do, and I used to do this, I was on another podcast before, and if you guys were rocking with me from the beginning of this show, I stated that I was on another podcast previous to this, that it wasn't really my show, I was just part of it. And so one of the things that I used to do on there was quick little segment called What a Time to Be Alive. Okay. And basically what it was me just finding interesting things in society, whether it be like a product or a situation or something, basically anything that betters society or helps society in some way, shape, or form, like moves us forward, so to speak. Yeah. And one of the things that I thought was super cool, that I think is very interesting that we're doing is there is a device out there right now that helps you check your levels for diabetes. All right. So people with diabetes have to check I think it's type 2 where you have to prick yourself. Right. You got to check your levels and all of that stuff. I know now, before everybody goes off and says, oh yeah, they already got like other stuff. So I know that they've gotten past the pricking thing. Like they have devices now where you don't have to prick them. What I thought was cool though, is that there is this specific, and I'm not even getting endorsed for this, but I'm going to say their name anyway and talk about it because I feel like this is important. Again, it's something that society can benefit from. It's called Freestyle Libre. And I saw this, and basically it's a device that you put on your arm and you tap the thing with your iPhone. And when you do that, it puts all your diabetes information, like it sends it straight to your phone, all your stats, and it can literally read all your body stats. What a fucking time to be alive. Yeah, on some real shit. I sit here, and we've had this conversation a few times, where I sit here and I say that we take our technology for granted so much. Definitely. I hear people bitch all the time about, oh, well, the graphics of this isn't that good, or the camera isn't that good, or the screen's resolution isn't that. I'm like, bitch, do y'all not understand what we have in front of us today? Right. Like, think about it. Go on Snapchat. You can make yourself into a 3D character, a Bitmoji, and then you could take your cell phone, point it out in the middle of your living room, and you can have your 3D animated character in the middle of your living room dancing around. You gonna sit here and tell me that that's not off of a device, mind you, it's off of a device that you can put in your fucking pocket. In what world would we think to do that? 10 years ago, we would have never thought we could do that. No. But yet we can do that, and everybody, I see people online use these services. Like, I see people using that shit all the time, every single day, and yet we don't even think about how dope that is. Right. Like, technology is...
We are in the future, man.
Right.
Like,
technology is fucking wild. Like, the future is now. Right. Granted, we don't have flying cars and shit, but you know what? We don't need fucking flying cars anyway. These bitches can't even get it right on the road. Right. I don't want you in the air.
Exactly.
Now you just gonna kill a whole bunch of people for no reason. No.
You gotta do a lot of other stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Ain't nobody got time for any of that. Like, don't do that.
You falling out of the sky, man.
Yeah, like a car accident in the air is gonna be a completely different situation than one on the street. I tell you that right now.
Nobody's surviving that.
Yeah, so my thing is the future is now, people. Right. And like I said, what a time to be alive. The fact that people that have diabetes don't have to sit there and worry about pricking themselves. Because I know, like, for me, for instance, I don't like needles. I don't like being poked with needles. I'm not, like, afraid of it. I'm not going to, like, pass out and faint. I don't freak out when they have to do it. But whenever I have to get, like, my blood drawn for something, I don't like it. I just don't like the feeling of it. I don't like the needle pushing through my skin and all that other shit. So I can understand why people wouldn't want to prick themselves on a consistent basis like that.
Right.
And the fact that
because they gotta check that stuff like every time, or when
I don't know how often.
Low, or it's like.
Yeah, it's like when you eat or when you need to eat or something. Right. I don't know. Maybe somebody that has diabetes or knows more about it can explain now. I don't know how often they got to do it. It may be different for everybody. I don't know. I just know that this is great technology because... Yes. And then people wonder why cell phones cost so much now, too. I'm like, your cell phone can literally read your bodily stats. Like, it can tell you, and you're an individual with your own DNA. You are not a carbon copy of anybody else in this entire world. You are so unique as a person. Mm-hmm. And the fact that your cell phone can pick out your unique features from your body and get health stats that you can send to your doctor so that you can stay healthy or stay on track with whatever your goals are. Right. What a time to be alive. Definitely. On some real shit. Yeah. I feel like that is very worthy for this kind of segment. Yes. And I'm going to be doing this segment. I'm gonna try to do it every time, like every episode that we do, because there is a lot of things out there that's happening that I feel like it is a great time to be alive right now. Yeah. There is so many cool ass things out there and that is happening, things that are better for society or moving society forward into a new era that we don't even realize it sometimes. I feel like we're so inebriated with technology that we take for granted all the shit that we do have and what we can do with what we have. Yeah. I mean, it's just crazy. So, I just want to say I'm not gonna keep y'all much longer here. I'm running out of time here, at least for myself. I put myself on a timer because I know I could chit chat. I could chit chat and jaw jack all day long, but I know that y'all got shit to do today. So with that being said, look, I appreciate y'all listening. I appreciate everybody who's still rocking with me. Yes. If you were waiting for me to get off this hiatus, like I said, I'm back. We're back. I'm not going nowhere. I'm planning on making this show new, like better every single time, obviously. And I just want y'all to grow with us. Yes. Like grow with us, man, because I want to make this show better, and I want y'all to watch this show progress into something better and bigger and better. And that's the goal that I have for myself as well. And for this show. And look, I love to entertain y'all. I love to bring y'all information and entertain y'all. So, I've been getting feedback from people. I had people asking me, like, when the podcast is coming back. Like, are you going to do it again? I'm back. We are back officially. Like I said, this show may be a little rusty for me. I don't know. Hopefully, y'all enjoy it. But, hey, if you don't, let me know. Shit. Hey, I'm cool with it. I always tell y'all, be upfront with me because I'm going to always be upfront with y'all. But with that being said, I want to leave y'all with this. This is another thing that I kind of want to do is I'm a positive individual. Anybody that knows me knows that I generally try to be positive. I think positive. I try to uplift and encourage people. And this show is a piece of me. So with that being said, I'm going to be just as positive on this show. Yes, I talk a lot of shit, but y'all know I'm just talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not hateful. It don't come from a hateful place in my heart. You know what I'm saying? I'm just opinionated and I got strong opinions about shit. So, hey, I decided to put it on a mic and and y'all listen to it. So thank you. So much. But just know this. If nobody told you this today, you're beautiful. You're awesome. You're handsome. And you are you. You are unique and you are special. If you don't think that you are unique or special, I want you to go look in the mirror and I want you to tell yourself that. Or fucking listen to this and let me tell you, rewind it, put it on again. I just don't want people out there. To me, it's a damn shame that people can go 24 hours without hearing anything positive about themselves. Yeah. Especially if you're out and about encountering people on a daily basis. There is so much hate in the world. There's so much negativity. People always want to fight with somebody, get ahead, and step on somebody else. But fuck all that. Right. It's all about treating others the way you want to be treated. You are special. You are an individual. Like I said before in a previous podcast, and I'm a firm believer in this saying, is that you were born an original. Do not die a copy. Don't ever try to change yourself for somebody else. If you want to change for you and you only. Right. But I'm not gonna sit here and get on a fucking soapbox, but I just want to leave y'all with something positive. Just know that you're awesome, you're beautiful, you're handsome, Your body is summer ready. I want to say that right now. Your body is summer ready. I know right now it's getting hot. Summertime's coming. Pool parties are happening. Right. Bathing suits are coming out. Swimming trunks are coming out. And everybody wants to sit there and start complaining about, oh, damn, I didn't get my summer body. I'm not summer ready. No, motherfucker. You have a body. You're ready. Right. So take that fucking shirt off. Jump in the fucking pool. Hey, take that dress off. Take that sundress off. Show off that two-piece, girl. Right. Show it off. Or one piece if you want to go with a one piece. I don't care. But show that shit off. Dudes, take that shirt off. Fuck what everybody got to say. You live your fucking life. Right. Okay? Don't live for somebody else. Thank you. Don't give a fuck what these people thinking, because I'm going to guarantee you right now, somebody's checking you out at that pool. Right. I'm going to just be honest with you. So just fucking do it. Who gives a fuck, man? Go out and have a fucking blast. I want you to enjoy your summer. Don't be so self-conscious. I know it's easier said than done, but just do it. Yeah. That's all you can do. If you just go out and do it. It's easier to focus on the negatives. Yeah, it really is. But if you just go out and just do it and say, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. All right. Go do it. I'm telling you, you'll feel so much better. So, hey, I'm about to get up off this joint. Like I said, I want to let y'all get y'all days going and all that other stuff, or whatever y'all doing. Maybe y'all about to go smash or some goody good. I don't know why I just said that, but hey, it is what it is. We all adults here, right? So, you know, it's your boy HL, which I didn't even introduce myself at the beginning. It's your boy HL. We got my boy Quiet Kev is in the building. Yep. And we about to get off this piece. So with that being said, love, peace, and hair grease. Cheer.